Alright guys, Shay here, Uneven Bounce, hope you guys are well. So yeah, just had the squad announcement for the first test between England and the West Indies at the GS Ball starting on Wednesday. Very happy with it, I have to say, very happy with it. I thought they might have lost the bollocks a little bit, the selectors one before announcing the squad. I had this horrible sinking feeling that they might have picked Johnny Bairstow and Moeen Ali as well. But fortunately, no, they showed some resilience and they showed some consistency in selection, and they picked the right squad, absolutely. So I've got it here, but I think obviously the 13 we know. The team pretty much picked itself, apart from the bowling. Obviously, I think I mentioned on my inter-squad kind of pre-game thoughts video that I thought they would pick Denley and Crawley to play. Obviously, with no Root there, and even though Lawrence did well, I still felt that they would probably go with those two, and that's what exactly what happened. I think because they don't want to really risk it too much. Have too many kind of youngsters and too much experience at the top of the order. You know, West Indies are going to come hard. They've obviously taught good games, so they're going to come hard in this match, in this series. So I think if you have a top four comprising of Crawley, Lawrence, let's say they drop Denley, Sibley and Burns. Burns a bit more experienced obviously, but still he's relatively new. I think that it lacks obviously experience to kind of combat high quality fast bowling, which is what West Indies will bring. So I think it's probably a good move, as I said before, to keep Denley in there. The reality is obviously it's not a done deal though, that when Root's back for the second test that Denley will make way. Yeah, I think Denley knows that he needs to perform. We'll see what he's really made of, because this, I'm not saying it's last chance saloon, but I think what he would have seen is from this warm-up match is that there's people knocking on the door outside of Root. I think Dan Lawrence obviously quitted himself pretty well. He made runs in the match, and I think he's probably the natural candidate to bat at top order. James Bracey obviously did well as well. We don't know what he will do at international level, but I did say in that video that I'd love some for example, someone like James Bracey to make a lot of runs, just to kind of be a bit more left field pick. That's what's happened. You know, James Bracey did really well, made the 85 in the first innings, should have really gone to get 100, but that's still obviously a strong score, and he's made his way into the reserve list. So I think it's good. I mean, it's a good squad. I think. I mean, I have to wait till the conditions. Obviously, we'll see on Wednesday. But if they go with the spin, obviously Best will play, which is good. I'm glad that they've gone with Best, and Best obviously was the best bowler anyway out of the four of them that played in the warm-up game between him, Leach, Parkinson, and Ali. So that was good to see, and I'm glad because, as I said before, he is holding the bat and needs to be wrestled off him because he did really well in SA. So I'm glad that he's been given another opportunity to perform in this series. Manchester will definitely be needed, I'm sure. So yeah, hopefully it's a decent game down in Southampton, and then take it from there. Apart from that, I mean, obviously the omissions of Bairstow and Ali, I'm very happy, as I said before, to start the video. I think obviously now they've been mentioned, Ed Smith's come out and said that they'll be picked for the one-day squad against Ireland that starts off the West Indies series, which is fine. I've got no problem with that. I think they very much justify the selection. They've been excellent for England in the white ball format for a long time now, so that's fine. But I just don't think they, especially in Bairstow's case, are just are good enough to make it international level anymore. I mean test level anymore. I mean, that's a strong statement to make. Listen, he can come back, but I'm just not sure when Johnny Bairstow gets the opportunity to do that. Obviously, with Lawrence and Bracey being part of the reserves, obviously we know Bairstow and Ali aren't even that. So they've now gone to the back of the queue, in my opinion. Bairstow's going to have to really go in and think about it now, about his career, what he's going to do. He's 31, I think, in September. So he's still relatively young, but I mean, we know that he's got a lot of metal about him. He's a tough lad, and we'll see what what he wants to do. Maybe you want to concentrate on just a white ball format now. Maybe he's thinking, you know what, I've had my share. I'm not sure if I can get back in as a batsman. I think he'll obviously look to get back in the team as a keeper batsman at 7, which is where he's probably best suited if he's going to play for the Test team. But Folkes obviously is now the deputy to Butler, and I think Folkes might get an opportunity. I'm not sure Butler will perform across the 3 tests. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, we'll have to we'll have to wait and see. But I think that if Butler does flop in the first couple of tests, I would say I think he'll probably get at least 2 tests to perform. But if he flops in those 2, you might see folks come in for the final test. But I guess, like I said, only time will tell. I'm happy with the squad. I'm just going to quickly just remember myself about the reserves. I want to just quickly discuss that. Yeah, that was actually quite surprising. I was surprised at the. That was one thing I wanted to discuss. It was Ollie Stone. Ollie Stone didn't play at all. He didn't bowl a ball in the entire match. I think went down with a hammy injury. But they've also seen something in him that they like. He obviously offers that X factor with the fast bowling, along with Wood and Archer. I think they want to keep him in the squad, in around that squad, because they have eyes on him playing in Australia, and I think they want to. I think they really like Ollie Stone. I think they like what they see there. And it's just a shame he didn't play that warm-up game. I'd like to have seen him myself. Obviously, I think we all would. Jamie Overton played. He's got some serious pace on him as well. So maybe he's an alternative. I'll have to wait and see. I actually saw an interesting article about him and Craig being out of contract end of the year. So it'd be interesting to see if he moves on for next summer, a full summer, maybe potentially at a different club and which county he goes to. Because if he can get one, if he can go to a county which has a decent strip, for fast bowlers, that could propel him into the Ashes squad. You never know, because I think they're going to try and go with, well, obviously Wood Archer for sure, but I think they're probably still a little bit worried about Wood and Archer's fitness and that they can break down, obviously. So I think they want a nucleus of fast bowlers. I think Ollie Stone and Jamie Overton fit that bracket. But the batting looks okay now. So there seems a little bit of a few options there. If Ben Folks to go back to the team, I think it'd be a good solid pick at 7. Unless Butler plays well, great. But if he doesn't, then obviously Folks is good at 7. But I do like how the squad's kind of shaped up. I see these 22 players now as, obviously with Joe Root, obviously. So the 13 plus the 9 reserves and Joe Root, that 23. You might get sprinkling 1 or 2 that come into the reckoning, but I think there could be the 23 players that England choose from going forward, and I think we'll see quite a few of them play this summer across 6 tests against West Indies and Pakistan. So yeah, that's good. Trying to think else I mentioned. Wood and Archer. My personal opinion is that regarding the 11 on Wednesday, they'll probably go with Broad Anderson, and I think they will probably go with Mark Wood. He played well in PE and Joburg. He's obviously got good experience of playing against West Indies. Obviously, we still remember what happened 15 months ago or so. And I think Wood could get the nod, as the third seamer did pretty well in the warm-up game as well. So yeah, I think if they obviously, there's obviously options to go pick Chris Wilkes at 7, not play Bess, and play Wood, Anderson, and Broad. But I'm not sure. I'm sorry, play Bess as well, but then not play Denley. I don't see that happening really. I think they'll go. You can go with all seam attack and not play Bess, but I don't think they will. I think they'll play Bess and they'll go with Wood, Broad and Anderson, and I think you probably see a fast bowling change almost certainly for the second test. Broad was okay. I don't think he took a wicket. I'm not sure. I don't think he took a wicket in the warm-up game, Stuart Broad, but I think he'll play the first test personally, and I think we'll just see how the legs go. I think Jimmy playing back-to-back tests, there's no way. I don't think he can play all 3. So it'll be interesting to see who comes in for him. I think the 5, but the 2 reserve bowls will have, let's say Archer and Wokes don't play and Wood does this test match. You'll see Archer and Wokes almost certainly in either the second or third test. So yeah, it should be interesting to see. But yeah, happy with the squad. Looking forward to it. Really can't wait now. I'm really excited about the test match. I've actually got a chat lined up tomorrow, live stream with Ravi Reddy, our Cricket Fanatics magazine, who is a South African publication. It's a South African publication, but he's actually a West Indian heritage. He's got West Indian heritage, so he is coming on with me tomorrow just to lend his thoughts, and we're going to chew the fat a little bit over the test series, and just and kind of give our predictions and thoughts leading into the first test. And yeah, I've got another live guest, Joe, on as well to do a post-match analysis with me and just kind of post-match thoughts, really. And I'm hoping to get him on. Hopefully it goes well for the first test. And we'll probably kind of collaborate for all 3 tests. So yeah, look out for that. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the content, please do like the video. Don't forget to share it. If you can share it, it'd be great. I'd love to get more people involved. The sub numbers are going up a little bit, just slowly. But yeah, I'd be love to get a few more. And obviously comment. I always say comment below what you think. What your thoughts. Maybe you think that Johnny Baser should have played. Should have been part of the squad. Maybe played in the match as well. Who knows? Maybe you do think that. Maybe he should be there in place of Denley or Crawley. But yeah, I mean, maybe that, or Mohamed Ali should have been in the squad at least. As backup to Bess. Or should at least been part of the reserves. Whatever. But yeah, if you've got any comments, do leave it below. And don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, I will see you on the next one.